you ask me about models and how could you, Joey and I have a conversation about, we've got lots of different levels in our program, how could we change that? And I say use assistants, and we were talking as well about using high school assistants, right? And the reason I'm mentioning that now is this. I always say you can train someone to have a trained mouth quite quickly. You can train a high schooler to organize things and make things work. But we should have trained eyes. We should be looking for the details. When you're looking at a player, you should be identifying the things that that player needs help on and can do better. And I have seen all of these activities we've done really badly. I've seen people do the press-up tennis game, like where literally their hips are almost on the ground or their butt is stuck up in the air, right? I have seen people do the side-to-side thing where they're bouncing up and down like they're doing some kind of weird traditional country dancing thing, right? I have seen the medicine ball throw where the arms always finish spaghetti-fied, sorry, YMCA-fied or spaghetti-fied because the pro said, oh, we want follow-throughs. Rather than focusing on, when you look at their rotation, you need to go back to something we said technically this morning. We're teaching the kid to generate from the inside out. They generate rotation this way, and that's the way they go, because that's the way you learn to coordinate. Have you ever seen the way kids catch? Do you know the 4 stages of catching? Okay, Joey, just give me a ball. Okay, first stage of catching, no, not that one. All right, my shoulder's killing me. All right, first stage of catching is this. You ready for this?
Yeah.
It's called the why isn't the ball miraculously in my hand stage. The next stage of catching is called the sea lion. Like that, right? The next stage of catching is called the hug. Yeah, and then the last stage of catching is called the grab. Now, if you follow those stages through, and you'll see kids naturally do those different, you'll see exactly what I've just been talking about. What's the first unit or joint we're using to catch in the sea lion? The shoulders. See, it's driven from the shoulders to catch. Then you drive from the elbows to catch. Then you finally get to use the wrists to catch. Because that's the natural way we should be generating force. Right? So when we do this medicine ball throw stuff, we want the hips to rotate and generate force this way.
Hip, shoulder,
and
elbow.
Yeah, and then we can start working this way. Then we can bring that, to think about a beginnerish forehand. Beginner forehand should look like that. If you have a kid who's coming in with their racket like this, using their wrist before they use anything else, you're in trouble. Yeah? So we want everything to flow that way. So you have to be really good at looking at that bucket of water again. Yeah, and when we started to talk about this and think about this within my group, it was like, this makes looking at this so much easier for everybody. Because all you're doing is watching that player, watching him move and going, is he spilling it or not? And at what point is he spilling it? Like AJ asked this morning about that green kid, and I would be going like, okay, that green kid who can't cope when he's all the way back there, at what point is he spilling it? Is he spilling it because, before it's even started to hit the ball, the water's starting to pour out? Or is it through the rotation? Or is it after he's ended? Where is that? And is that because he's not strong enough in that bit? Or is it because he doesn't have the skill and the control to do that bit yet? And they're both very much interrelated. Mm-hmm. Is that right? Okay, we're going to move on to a bit of coordination. So coordination, I'm going to give you a very simple framework. I'm going to give you the X framework. So the X framework is very simple. We are contralateral beings. Do you know what that means? It means we use the opposite sides. So when we walk, this hand goes forward with this leg. Yeah? So we walk like that. If you walk like this, you probably have strings coming down that are pulling your hands. You're a puppet, yeah? Otherwise, normally we walk like this. Now, if we walk like this, what that means is that arm must be talking to that leg. Okay? So the message is going through the brain, and the brain is, if you like, the control center. Yes, it's activating the whole thing, but here has to be stable. So we keep the bucket of water good, then this will work more effectively. That line is more effective, yeah, and then that line is more effective. So coordination, remember, was about combining things. So we have some very simple things we can do around coordination if we just think that we've got 2 hands and 2 feet. We've got a left side and a right side. Sorry, let's do that again. We've got a left side and a right side, all right? And we've got arms and legs. So if I'm going to pick that ball up, for example, I could pick that ball up right. This is what pick the ball up right would look like. Yeah, I could pick the ball up right left. Yeah, I could pick the ball up left right. Yeah, and I could pick the ball up
Left.
Yeah, all right, I was going to get to it.
Yeah.
Left, all right?
Sorry,
okay,
man.
it's all right, I'm just joking, all right? You get the idea. So you see, if we start thinking about that, now every single activity we do, we can have some cool little parameters where we play around with those different things. All right, so let's go back to our first drill. You ready? Okay, Joey, go stand over there. This is the one we did with. Right. Okay, so Joey, we're going to start real simple, right? Well, this time we're going to do, you know those sports walls where the lights light up, bing, 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 and you have to put them out. You know how much they are? About 20 to 30,000. So we're going to save you $20 to $30,000 right now.
Oh, nice.
Is that good? Yeah. That means you have to buy me a beer later, right? Okay. Except after the video yesterday, I decided I'm not drinking anymore. Okay, I'm carrying too many pounds, so you can buy me water. Right, you ready? So Joey's going to be like this, in a ready condition. You know what ready condition is?
Ready position.
A colleague of mine, Richard Marklow, came up with this. I always remember, and never forget it. He said, ready condition, not ready position. Because when you're dealing with little kids, ready position. Oh, there's a seagull. Yeah, it can be anything. Ready condition is here. All right. So take the glasses off, let's see your eyes. Look at that. Yeah, I just decided you're too ugly for the boy band. Right, okay, you ready? All right, keep them on. Right, so ready conditions like this. Right, what's going to happen is I'm going to put my hand up and you've got to touch it.
Literally touch it?
Yeah, okay. Now, we can decide loads of different ways to do this. So for example, I'm going to say every time I put my hand up, you're going to touch it with your right hand. You ready? Here we go. Go. Okay, I can say every time I put my hand up, you touch it with the same side. Like that, yeah? Go. It's scaring me now. Okay? I can say every time you touch it, you're going to touch it by crossing over. Ready? Okay, ready? Right, now this time, instead of just putting one hand out, and you notice I put my hand out to the side, like this, right next, this is very important, you put your hand out to the side, not in front. It's not like some kind of French mime thing, like this. Yeah, you've got to put it here, so you pull your shoulders back, so you're working on your back straight as well at the same time. This time I'm going to put it up like this. Hit this one. If you hit this one, you're going to get this one. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, crossovers, do crossovers. Okay, crossovers, go.
Have to think about it.
Alright, so now, of course, we just did that in a static way. We can do that moving side to side. Yeah, so we can do it side to side like this. We can go like this. Yeah, and I just put my hands here right now. I could put my hands here, 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 here. I could even do it so, and I can change Joey's recovery position. So Joey can start there, right? But I can move around in this space. As soon as I put my hand up, you've got 3 seconds to get there, touch it, get back. All crossovers, you ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right? So see how we've extended an exercise that just started with this. Now we did this movement, same exercise basically.
And after that you can do it with the racket. Like
I don't want him to hit me with a head or with a racket, but yeah.
No, but you're making the signal and the kid is moving forward to hit a low top spin. Or,
oh yeah.
Or put a hand here and do that.
Remember I said at the beginning though, we tend to do more of the physical stuff without the racket because because then the kid focuses on the shape of their body and what they're doing physically. Once they're good at doing that, then of course they can get a racket and do the activity. But I generally don't start with racket straight away because the body controls the racket, not the other way around.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, and when you give little kids a racket, they tend to over-focus on the racket itself. Yeah, wow, look at this. Yeah, and they don't make the right shapes. Is that all right?
Perfect.
So, you see, now, how could we change that so that if I give him a little bit more space, now we've got going with the hands, I could use the feet as well. Yeah? All right, so now if I say, okay, I'm going to say what you're going to do. We're going to start off all the same. We're going to do left, left. Right, you ready? You're going to move forwards a little bit forwards. You can do it nice and slow to start with. Left, left. So that means you have to arrive with your left foot next to it and touch with your left hand. Go, left, left. That's good. All right, you see, okay, go. Left, left. No, left, left. Still left, left. All right, so now, looking like a little bit of line dancing going on here. All right, but we're getting there, and we can gradually increase the speed and go. Okay, can you do right? Always your left foot, but cross over with your hands. Yeah, go. All right, yeah. Now remember, that's good. Well done. Remember what we said yesterday. So we're building up gradually. Right, they're supposed to get to a point where we go to, yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to do this. This is way too tough for you to do. Because we want to create those kind of little challenges within our lessons for our kids. So all I've done is used this parameter of like lefts and hands and feet and left and right, and I've now got the kid to move. Now, some of them are non-tennis specific, of course they are. But you know that when we move, we're trying to work on how we can adjust what we do, and so every single time we're adjusting our balance and our position, getting our hands and feet in a different place. So it's a real simple way for us as non-athletic trained people to start thinking about how we can improve the coordination of players. Right? Everything we can do, we can use that little map. Okay? So if you want to put like some cones down, one of the ones we often do, Pavel, can you grab those cones for me? Like speed, like a Russian athlete. It's got 2 kids, so you have to give a bit of a break. Okay, now, here's just one more thing. We did all of that in the air, and we did all that in the air intentionally, right? I'm going to do some things on the floor, and I just want to show you one more thing. Right, ready? So we have orange. Is this purple or blue? Purple. Sorry, I'm colorblind. Purple, green and red, yeah? Okay. Everything left hand. Okay, ready?
Sorry, what?
Touch it with your left hand. Everything left hand.
Okay.
Same way we did before, just
Okay,
we did it
okay.
on the ground, yeah?
Yeah.
Everything left hand, you ready?
You're gonna call the color.
Yeah, orange. Blue. Sorry, purple. Yeah, sorry, I'm colorblind. It looks blue to me. Purple.
That looks good.
Red. Okay, everything outside. So it's outside hand, outside foot. Ready? Red. Green. Orange. All right? Now, one of the things is as soon as you do stuff like this, you start to find you get the gorilla position. Especially if the spacing's not right. The gorilla position's this. The kid's going to this position and they're looking down the whole time like that. So all that work we did on posture before, now all of a sudden we got gorilla position. So the way we get rid of that is this. Joe, if I throw the ball like this, whatever you're doing, come and get it. All right? So, yeah, you ready? So we're going to, let's do same foot, all right hand. So, yeah, you ready? Purple. Red.
The other right.
Orange. Green. Purple. Green. All right, so he's minimizing the amount of time now, I didn't actually have to throw it because he was looking up between every single time.